Hello and welcome to a very quick Marine Arena tutorial designed to point out some of the basic tricks and tactics you should be using in every one of your Marine Arena games. There are 8 tips in total in this video, and in all honesty, having played hundreds of Marine Arena games and being part of the Marine Arena Bros, I still have to focus on executing these tips every single one of my games. Just like in Ladder, there are some things you always must do, so too must you do certain things in every Marine Arena match. So if there's a friend or just a noob that you think needs to learn how to play and you can't be bothered to explain all these things yourself, send him over to this video and maybe he'll start to see what he's doing wrong and actually start playing well. Taking towers. The very first thing you want to do in Marine Arena is to break down the rocks on the side of your base and take the Xel'Naga towers. And this will just basically allow you to not get flanked, because there are 6 other players and it's really hard to win a battle when you're getting flanked from 3 directions. So hold the towers and then attack. The next tip is to always get the concave. This means thinking about your units and their position. As you can see, when the green army comes in, my units are a little out of position. So what I do is I attack and move and attack until I have a bigger arc and more of my units are shooting than his units. Then I do something called closing in. Although I have more units and I'm clearly going to win the fight, I still need to move in, attack, move in, so that more of my units shoot. It's not enough to just win. Backing away is the process of realizing that you're not going to win a fight, so you run back. As you can see, I'm the red player. I come in, and because I wouldn't have had the better arc, the better concave, I run back. Then, when I realize that my blue ally is ready, I will pursue with him and get a bigger arc and destroy the purple army. Pursuing an opponent with your ally. This is realizing that together you would win a fight. So here my blue ally attacks. If I had not attacked, then my blue ally would have suffered because he would have had a terrible arc. But here we are, we're both following him now, pursuing him, because we know he has nowhere to run. He can either keep running into another person's base or he can stay back and fight. We both then close in on him because we have more units, and once again, more of our units are shooting than his, and so we get an advantage. His green ally flanks me, which is good, you know, he's trying to help his ally, but he hasn't got enough units, and I am able to close in on him and get a lot more kills. His ally, the purple player, then leaves. When the beacon in the middle of the map has 75 energy, you can use the Guardian Shield ability. This means that all incoming damage, so all damage from Marines and Marauders, is reduced by 5. So if someone has activated Guardian Shield in the middle of the map, do not attack them. And now here again, I try and form an arc against my opponent and have more of my units do damage than his. This time, however, I'm trying to not close in on my opponent. Why? Because if I come any closer, I risk being saviored, we call it in Marine Arena. So my opponent could use a savior and wipe out the entirety of my army, leaving me in a very bad position. So I know I have a good arc, and that's enough. I don't need to do any more until I scan his base, see he's not using a savior, because you can see him running along, and if you do, you can run away. My last tip is actually just noticing things, scanning your opponent's base and seeing what's happening. So earlier on I scanned my opponent's base, saw that it's not even 10 minutes and he's massing zealots. All this can mean is that he's going to mass war plots. At 10 minutes he'll buy the upgrade and attack. Now this is a very common and very powerful tactic. If a player has about 50 war plots at 10 minutes and there's any army at all, any other army at 10 minutes, then those war plots will just melt through them and destroy them. What you have to do is hide in your base, use the side towers to attack your other opponents, and avoid these war plots at all costs. If your opponent gets too cocky and moves his zealots into your base, then you can just use the savior and kill many, like 50 zealots, and get a lot of money and make him really suffer for it. So as long as you stay out of the middle of the map, you'll be safe. And this is very true for many things. If your opponent has tanks or a mothership, stay in your base until the next 10-minute mark. And the 10-minute mark is when you have more money, you'll be able to upgrade your units and be much more powerful against any sort of cheeser tool that your opponent is trying to pull on you. So that's it, guys. Subscribe to me if you want to see any more videos, if you want to support the Marine Arena community, or you just think I'm a great guy. And ask me to do any videos, I'll probably do them. If you want any help for anything, Ladder, Heart of the Swarm, Marine Arena, I'll do it. Happy gaming!